left Canada last year and I've been home for 3 months. In my last video, I talk about the hard parts of starting over again at 30 here in the Philippines. And here's how I'm approaching goal setting so I don't just survive but thrive. Hey there, I'm Teen, and this is a space for the faith-filled, purpose-led dream getters. So this isn't about just simply goal setting. This is goal setting for when you're starting over again. Just like me, I came home from Canada and I'm approaching this rebuilding season, this new beginning with growth mindset, with a positive attitude. So first, let me talk about why it is important to set goals. First, it gives you clarity and direction. Let me just fix the curtains so we have more light. Okay, your goals gives you direction. Have you heard this verse on the Bible? It says, without vision, people perish. It simply means if you don't have a vision, you can't see anything in the future, well, you'll perish. What does it mean? Having a clear goals and vision gives you clarity and direction. Without direction, you might drift through life. So for the year 2026, it's still January, and January is almost finished. So have you tried writing down your goals? Have you tried making a vision board? If you have not, this is the best time. Second, let's talk about what kind of goals or what types of goals. There are actually 3 types of goals. First is short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. So for example, I came home last October. It's been 3 months, and since it's January, I'm eager to actually make plans for the whole year because I'm excited. This is a new beginning. So before, I know that if I remember, I've been setting goals the wrong way. Like I'm writing New Year's resolutions and I don't even remember what those things that I wrote when December comes. You know what I mean? So right now, let me talk about how I set my goals. So first, short-term goals. These are the goals that you can accomplish in the next 3 to 6 months. So this could be like, for me, finding a new client and getting new contracts. So I can truly accomplish that for the next 3 to 6 months. And that's my focus for now. How about you? What are the short-term goals that you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 6 months? Think of it and write it down. For short-term goals, you can focus on the financial aspect of your life and you can create or build new routines, new habits. That's very attainable, right? Like reading 10 pages of a book each day or attending church services every Sunday. You might want to complete the 52 Sundays of church services. Second, medium-term goals. It says that these are the goals that you can accomplish in the next 1 to 2 years. It could be on your career, relationships, or even spiritual growth. And the third is the long-term goals. I have many long-term goals, to be honest. And these are the goals that you want to accomplish for the next 5 to 10 years. These are your dreams, your biggest, wildest dreams, and the visions of your life. What are those things? Maybe you want to start a non-profit organization or a charity helping homeless people, feeding the poor or whatever. Maybe you want to acquire real estates, build or buy your own hotel. I don't know. You only know what those dreams are and visions, and honestly, these visions are actually unique to you. If that's what you're meant to do, you're gonna know it. So let's talk about mindset tips. Write goals with faith plus action, not just wishful thinking. So tip number 1, don't just think it, ink it. So this is one of the famous quote I always hear from Miss TERRI Foy, one of my favorite speaker when it comes to reaching and pursuing your dreams. So she is actually called the cheerleader of dreams. You might want to check her YouTube channel out. So what does this phrase mean? This means whatever you have in your mind and in your head, you can easily forget it in seconds. Honestly, if you don't write it down. So whenever you have ideas, quickly get a notebook, pen, write it down because it's crucial. And most importantly, when it comes to goal setting, just like me, for example, you are planning the whole year, like this year 2026, write your short-term goals in your journal. And you might also want to add deadlines for these short-term goals, because even if you don't reach it at that deadline, still you're gonna have that urgency to do it and to work on it each and every day. Second, create a visual representation of your goals and dreams. You might heard about vision boards before, but this is crucial because our mind think in pictures, not in words. And we remember an image of the thing, right? Like the dream house, your dream car, or the bill, like the money. Our mind think in pictures. We don't remember a thing through words or the letters. Albert Einstein said, imagination is the preview of your life's coming attractions. See, that's so powerful, right? So here's my goal setting framework. Step number 1, reflect on what matters most. First, you have to keep in mind of your values and priorities. This is very important, especially for me right now. All of my goals that I've wrote on my journal that actually aligns with who I'm trying to be or who I wanted to become and what are my priorities in life, especially this year that I'm starting over again my life, like at 30 years old. It's not like I'm starting again working a 9-to-5 job or whatever, because I'm used to working from home. I've been a freelancer since 2020, and everything that I've wrote on my journal, my dreams and my goals, literally aligns with my values and priorities right now. So step 2 is breaking your goals into actionable steps. So for example, you want to be a YouTuber. So could you write down 3 to 5 steps on how you can achieve that goal? Or let's be specific. You want to get 2,500 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours in the next 12 months or 1 year. What are the actionable steps that you can do? So break your goals into manageable, actionable steps. For example, uploading 1 video a week consistently. That's just one. And you can apply this in everything or anything. If one of your short-term goals is to get a new job, list 3 to 5 things, actionable steps that you need to take in order to reach or get or achieve that goal. First, for example, prepare a resume or update your resume. Second, apply in job sites. And third, secure an interview. So those are 3 actionable steps, right? Step number 3, track your progress daily, weekly, or monthly. This is huge, and this is actually a game changer. This helps me become more productive every single day. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been keeping a checklist of the things that I need to do each and every day through the notes app on my iPhone, but I also do have a calendar, a physical calendar where I write down goals or I write down my schedule for the week and my to-do list for the week. This helps me keep track or take records of everything that I've done or I should need to do moving forward. Tracking your progress is very, very important. This also applies in tracking your savings because the more you see your money grow, the more you want to put more money on your savings account. This is really amazing. I mean, the feeling is really amazing. Trust me. So make tracking your progress a habit in order for you to have a sense of fulfillment while you are still reaching your goals, and it will give you confidence to move towards achieving more of your dreams. Step 4, stay flexible and adjust because life changes happen. Okay, this one's huge. I know I said everything's huge, but this one's really huge because I know the feeling of not being able to achieve your goals in the timeline that you want. You might get discouraged, and discouragement sometimes can lead to quitting or giving up if you're not careful. So make sure to be flexible, to make a room for improvement or changes because life happens. We can always make a detour, we can always course correct because as humans, we are the only one created by God that can actually change course or course correct or change direction whenever we want. It's like you can live a certain way for 10 years or 20 years and in just one day decide to change and alter the course of your life by making one big decision or one choice. So right now, I am encouraging you to set your goals. If you haven't done that yet, simply take a notebook and a pen and write down all your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. And then later on, you can select which are your short-term goals and which are your long-term goals. And if you want, just set a goal for 1 year, just the year of 2026. So it's not going to be overwhelming. You might want to get a calendar or a journal for this. Trust me, this is going to change your perspective about life. And I'm kind of really excited about journals, calendars, and talking about this productivity and growth tools. And I want to share some links down below so you can check it out. If you want to get a journal, devotionals, and calendar, so you can start planning and mapping out your year. This is going to be exciting. You're not late for these. January is not yet finished. You can do this. This is going to be amazing and fun. I personally use calendars and planners, and I love these things because it makes me feel productive and organized. So check the link down below and get yours now. Looking ahead isn't about having everything figured out. It's about taking small, consistent steps to build the life you want. I'll keep you updated on my journey, so make sure to subscribe if you want to follow along.